I was at WDB from late 2002 till late 2007. So 5 years, my early 30s, I enjoyed it. I joined Tanya Slabbert at the time. She was the CEO and I was the executive director working with her. And from 2002 till 2007, we were very fortunate to work on a number of large milestone transactions in the investment company with the aim of building an endowment for the WDB Trust. And as those investments would mature, the trust would be able to have resources to do more and more of the important work that it carries out. Another one of our objectives at the time was through our investments to open opportunities for women, particularly on the boards of those companies, particularly opening up the supply chains so that women-owned businesses could have access to procurement opportunities, and obviously internally to capacitate ourselves as the investment company, which had this big responsibility of delivering this endowment. So it also meant that the team would need to grow, and we were very fortunate to capacitate the team with a number of excellent resources that came on board to assist in carrying out the work of the investment company. We also had a board of directors made up of about 5 formidable women, chaired by initially Thandi Ndlovu and then Daphne Mashile Nkosi, and we were very fortunate also that the trustees of the trust were very supportive of the work of the investment company. Very early on, late 2002, probably early 2003, where we had an off-site strat session with the board, and they gave us, the team, you know, people talk about this big audacious goal that we needed to have R1 billion of assets within 10 years. And so yeah, that was quite a challenge. And I think we met that, probably exceeded that. In its own way, WDB is probably one of the largest BEE entities now in the country. I think there were a few things which helped to catalyze the momentum that you then saw in the early 2000s. I think more clarity around BEE regulations and embracing gender diversity within that, and the importance of women's participation. I also think, you know, funding institutions became more accustomed to being able to support BEE transactions, even in a context where people didn't have much own capital to contribute. I also think a lot of the goodwill from the patrons, the trustees of the WDB Trust, the leadership at board level, you know, there was a lot of goodwill around the table for people to include WDB in opportunities. And we should never forget that it's this accumulation of all these pieces which, when one looks back, they make a beautiful tapestry, but in actual fact it was put together with all of this goodwill and contributions from many different quarters. WDB has an amazing way of surrounding itself with very wise women, women who have so much experience from so many sectors, and I'm sure that sage input will continue to be relied on in future.